Alright, today I'm going to be talking about what were the other 4 Pokemon Tobias had. Now in the anime, we know Tobias had a Darkrai and a Latios. And those are 2 pretty cool Pokemon. One's a mythical and one's a legendary. But ever since this episode has aired, people have been theorizing what were the other 4 Pokemon Tobias had. And I have a theory on what were the other 4 Pokemon, plus explaining why he has all those legendaries and mythicals. But before we start, here are some ground rules. Tobias was introduced in Gen 4, so he can't have any legendaries from generations 5 and onwards. He's also able to get mythicals and legendaries. And with that out of the way, let's start. The first legendary I think Tobias had was Zapdos. In my opinion, Zapdos is better than Raikou, and so far Tobias had a Hoenn legendary and a Sinnoh mythical. So it only makes sense that all 4 regions would be represented here, and Zapdos is a pretty cool Pokemon. It's probably one of the best out of the trio, and since in previous generations Ash did battle Articuno and his Infernape did battle Moltres, it only makes sense to give Zapdos some love. The next Pokemon I think Tobias had was Suicune. Now Suicune's picked because it's obviously the best legendary beast out of its trio, and it's given the most attention to. And since Tobias hasn't had a Johto legendary, it makes sense to give him a Suicune. Alright, with those 2 out of the way, now let's move on to mythicals. In my opinion, Tobias had 2 mythical Pokemon. The first one is a Mew. Mew's a really cool mythical Pokemon, and the reason why I think Tobias had one is because the only way you can encounter Mew at this point is through an island, and his only other mythical at this point, Darkrai, can only be encountered via an island event. And finally, his last Pokemon would be a Jirachi. Now him having a Jirachi would explain everything. According to lore, Jirachi is a wish maker and will make all your wishes come true. Arguably one of the strongest mythical powers. It awakes from its sleep once every 1,000 years. And it's at this time that Tobias encountered one. Somehow he managed to win Jirachi over and was eventually able to catch one. Jirachi then was able to start making wishes for him. Tobias would wish for the ability to encounter and catch other legendary Pokemon, which would explain why he has a Darkrai and a Mew, 2 of the most rarest events in Pokemon at this time. It would also explain how Tobias was able to catch all these legendaries in just Pokeballs. Anyways, that's just my little theory on what Tobias' other 4 Pokemon were and how he was able to catch so many. Let me know down below what you think his legendary Pokemon were, and let's try getting 100 likes on this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.